I have never taken a drug in my life. It's someone playing games trying to shoot our name down. I'm getting it because people don't like us there. They were saying I'd been on steroids since I was 15. In our family, we have problems after problems and have been through all sorts of things. We are very determined. Never give up on your dreams. Everyone has judged Tyson, but I don't want people to judge me in the same light. I'm a different character, a different person. I believe people should respect my rights and not judge me by someone else's problems. Tyson is a big kid. He doesn't mean what he says. He shouts his mouth off and talks the talk. People like him for that and some people hate him. No one has ever seen the other side of Tyson. He is kind-hearted. If he sees someone homeless on the street, he will give them money. I know he disrespects the whole world, but he thinks he has to do that. If he was himself and showed what he was genuinely like, then he would have the whole world behind him. Those are the words of Hughie Fury, defending himself against these allegations made by UCAD. Actually, UCAD haven't made the allegations publicly, so let me retract that. But according to the mainstream media, UCAD have found Hughie Fury to have failed a drug test sometime in the past for the steroid nandrolone along with his cousin Tyson Fury. This is what the mainstream media has reported. And Hughie Fury believes that it's some type of conspiracy, some type of agenda against him and his cousin Tyson to try and bring them down for whatever reason. And he will be facing a UCAD hearing. He is not suspended. His cousin Tyson Fury is. And Tyson will also be facing a hearing in the upcoming weeks. Now, I hope, because I want to see the fight, that Hughie Fury gets cleared by UCAD. I want to see him fight Joseph Parker. I think that's an interesting fight. So I hope that he has been clean and it all gets sorted out. As far as what he said about Tyson Fury being a controversial character, but the other side of him being very, very generous, I see that in Tyson Fury. I see beneath all the bravado and the vulgar behavior, I see a very good man. You know, I don't know him personally, but that's my interpretation of what I see as an outsider looking in. I see a guy who's essentially got his heart in the right place and he's a good man and is the kind of individual who has the humility and the humbleness and the empathy to be helping people in need. That's what I see in him. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know him personally, but that's what I see. As far as would the whole world be behind him if they saw what he was really like? He has views which are against what, I don't want to say the whole world, but certainly the Western world, you know, don't find acceptable. And when you have those kind of views, it doesn't matter how much charity you do in your life, how many people you help. When you have certain type of views about certain type of issues, they're going to disregard all the good that you do and hang on to these few little issues, even though you're not advocating hurting anyone, you're not advocating killing anyone. If you have certain views on certain things in the Western world, they'll just tear you to pieces and disregard everything good that you do. And that's the position that Tyson Fury has found himself in. So I kind of disagree a little bit with Hughie Fury there. I think as long as Tyson expresses his real views in his heart. Let me interject here and take a sip of my drink again before I go into a coughing fit. It's better. As long as Tyson Fury expresses his honest views, he's never going to be accepted. If he just kept his mouth shut and joined the PC brigade with the likes of Anthony Joshua, then he would get a lot more embraced than he has been. He would get the sponsorships, he would get the invites to the game shows and all these kind of things. Tyson Fury's dad, and also the cousin of Hughie, believes that all of the negative press surrounding Tyson, for example, is just down to the fact that he has a gypsy traveler background. I totally disagree with that. there are all kinds of different ethnicities in boxing. Black people, Asian people, Filipino people, and many of them have become household names and big successes. Amir Khan. There is a lot of hostility towards Muslim people and Asian people, so on and so forth. But because Khan plays the PC role and doesn't say anything against the status quo, he's been allowed to get the sponsorships. He's been allowed to go on the game shows and have the celebrity and adulation and the fame. He still gets criticized here and there, and his personal indiscretions have been exposed, like the infamous Skype incident. But generally, he's been embraced by the corporate world because of the fact that he toes the line and doesn't say anything politically or socially quote unquote incorrect. And, you look at Anthony Joshua, a black fighter, there isn't as much hatred towards black people as there is towards Muslims and Asians at this point in time, at least in the Western world. But still, there is a certain amount of racism towards black people, certainly. But again, Anthony Joshua is a guy who toes the political line. He doesn't say anything politically or socially controversial. And so therefore, he's put up on a pedestal by the corporate world and by his promoter as a golden boy. Tyson Fury is not like that. He refuses to toe the line. He refuses to join the PC brigade. And that's why he's been attacked the way that he has by the media. That's why he hasn't got the opportunities in terms of sponsorships and, being on the celebrity circuit and all that kind of stuff, because of his views, not because of his background. I'm not saying there are not people who don't like gypsies. There are a hell of a lot of people in the United Kingdom who openly express prejudice towards travelers. I've come across this plenty of times in my life. People who will be openly prejudiced, obviously not in the presence of gypsies, but, away from gypsies, they'll be very, very blasé and open about their prejudice towards them. So that definitely exists in the United Kingdom. But again, if you was a traveler that was towing the line and being politically correct and being a yes man, then there wouldn't be no problems. You get all the sponsorships, Anyway, lastly, because I'm kind of rambling here, but lastly, I want to talk about what Hughie Fury said there about his condition. People have been saying that he's on all kinds of stuff because he gets this acne all over his body. And that is a symptom that you do see in people who take anabolic steroids, is they do get acne all over their body sometimes. Hughie Fury says that he has, or his team says that he has some type of skin condition, which I've read about a little bit and I've heard is fairly common among travelers. So, I'm certainly no dermatologist. I'm no expert on skin conditions, but I'm definitely more than open to the possibility that his skin condition could just be exactly that, a skin condition and not related to steroids at all. But then again, I'm also open to the possibility that it could be related to steroids. I really don't know. So you guys can drop your comments and your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Is Hughie Fury a guy who's been taking steroids most of his career? Is that why his body's covered in acne? Or is he a guy who just has a skin condition and has been unfairly labeled as a drug cheat? People say he's been having his skin condition since he was young, a teenager, so therefore it can't be steroids. But believe you me, there are people who take steroids from their teen years. I remember certain people when I was young that were taking steroids in high school. Yeah, so it does happen. It's not like the majority of people, no, but there was a couple messed up people who were taking steroids in high school. It happens. Let me know how you think about everything I talked about in this video, people. It's happening. I'm out.